guys, how are you? Happy New Year! So today's video is going to be kind of a tag, but kind of not, kind of my own spin on it. But I wanted to talk about New Year's resolutions, kind of reflect shortly over 2013, and talk about the hopes and the goals and the dreams that I have for 2014. I wanted to talk about this because I am so passionate about the new year. I don't mean any disrespect to Jesus because I love him and I love celebrating his birthday. Christmas is definitely one of my favorite times of year. But I have to say that January, the month of resolutions, that is the greatest joy of my life. I mean, not the greatest joy of my life, but I'm just being dramatic. I'm a middle child. But it is one of the greatest joys of my life. I love it. There's just something like fresh and new, and it's so full of hope, and it's like anything is possible. And I know that every day should be celebrated that way and every day should be looked at that way. And I'm working on that. But there's just something about the beginning of a new year, January 1st. So when it comes to New Year's resolutions, normally what I have done and have done for several years, probably the last 5 years maybe, is I've made a list. In that list, I will have different categories. So I'll have a category for my spiritual life. I'll have a category for my family life. I have a category for my health, for my work, for my, is that it? Spiritual, family, like mind. I would do mind and spiritual together, family, health, work. I can't remember if there's another one, but it doesn't matter. Whatever categories I came up with that year. And then under each category, I would write different goals to improve or things that I really wanted to work on or get better at, and I would write those out. And it was really cool because I would kind of refer back to my list. I'd write it out and write it all pretty, and I'd put it somewhere where I could see it. And I would check in with the list all throughout the year. So it was really good at keeping me motivated and keeping my mindset on what needed to change or what I was working on. But what I found, and I think it finally like hit me, was that last year I had so many goals and not enough of a plan to make it happen. So I was like, yeah, I want to be better at reading my Bible every day. I want to be better at praying together as a family. But I didn't make it specific enough, and there was too many. There's too many things that I was trying to do all at once. And when I reflected over my list at the end of 2013, I was just really disappointed because I hadn't achieved a lot of what I had hoped to. I don't know, I just thought this year has to be different. I have to go into this year with more intention, with more purpose, and it's gotta just be different. And so I started thinking of all the different ways that people make resolutions, and I did this link up with Casey Wiegand. How do you say her last name? I really should have figured that out before I made this video. But you know who I'm talking about. I did a link up with her and a bunch of incredible bloggers all about the new year. And one of the prompts was choose a word that you're going to make kind of the theme of your new year. And I thought of a bunch of words that could work, but again, it wasn't specific enough. Ooh, there's a moth. I don't want that here. Hi. Having a word just wasn't specific enough. It wasn't it, you know, wasn't the thing for me. I know it works for a lot of people. It might even work for you, but for me, it didn't hit home. So I read my friend Laura's blog. Her blog is Hollywood Housewife, and in the same day, I came across a TED Talk about 30 days to change. And it was crazy how the two fell into my lap that day, not looking for either one. And when I read and listened to those two things, it was like the angel started singing and God was like, this is for you. I looked at my husband and I was like, Jimmy, I have figured out what we're doing for 2014. And I kind of laid out my case and told him what I wanted to do. And for the first time, which he never really gets into resolutions with me, and he got excited. He totally wanted to do this with me. And then I pulled the kids into like an impromptu family meeting, and I kind of laid out my idea, and they got excited. And they started coming up with ideas, and I started writing things down, and we had a list, and I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. We are going to have a month challenge, a month family challenge, because I wanted, part of what didn't fit about writing out my goals was that it was just all about me. Like, I was making changes, it was me. And I wanted to make it more about our family, because we are a unit, we are with each other all the time, and I want us all to make changes together and all become closer because of it. So I really wanted to pull my family into this with me. And so what we're going to do is every single month we're going to have a different goal, a different purpose, a different thing that we're going to work towards. And Jimmy and I came up with the name 12 and 1 Getting Unstuck. 12 things we want to change in a year to getting unstuck. So for the month of January, we're actually focusing on getting healthy. And on my Instagram pictures and on Facebook and Twitter, I'm using the hashtag #GetHealthyJanuary or Getting Healthy January. I can't remember which one it was, but I'll ding it somewhere in this video. And so we're doing that. We're also using the hashtag 12 in 1 Unstuck. And every month we are going to make it our focus. So Getting Healthy January is not just about eating right and working out, although those are things that we are focusing on. I want to work out 4 to 5 days a week. Taylor and Jimmy are going to be doing jiu-jitsu at least 3 times a week. Just being more active as a family. But also we want to get our minds and our spiritual life and all the areas in our life healthy. And so kind of what our theme is this month is this the healthiest option for me? And if not, what is a better way? So that can be related to our eating. It can be related to our activities, but it can also be related to things that we think about, things that we spend time doing, friendships that we have. It falls into so many different categories. So I'm really excited about this. I really think that this is going to make it a year of change. And when I look back, I can say January, that was the month that we really focused on health, and we really made improvements in this area and that area. And hopefully, with having spent 30 days focusing on something, it doesn't just stop when you go into the next month. It continues to be a part of your life. But then the next month, you focus on the next thing, which February, I think we're going to focus on kindness and serving other people, and really making it about outreach and doing what we can to help others. We haven't assigned all of our categories to our months, but we do have a list of 12 to 13 categories, and if you guys want to see what those are, I'll list them below. And I think it would be so fun if you guys wanted to join along and do this with us. You can do the same topic that we're choosing, or you can choose your own and do this with your family or your spouse or your best friend or somebody you want to change with, or do it on your own. You know, be the one that stands out and really makes 2014 different. So all that said, I just wanted to kind of share with you what we're up to, what our plan is, and the reason this kind of relates to my YouTube channel is because every month I'm going to try to incorporate what we're focusing on in our home and in our family, also be a focus in my YouTube channel and my blog. If you guys don't know, I have a blog. I took a break from it for a while, but it's back in action, and that's summersaldana.com/blog. So I'm going to be doing Monday posts on my blog that are in relation to health. So it might be a recipe, it might be a smoothie recipe, it could be getting healthy with our mindset, healthy friendships. I haven't really decided, but each Monday is going to be focused on this challenge. I really hope that you guys are excited about this new year. No matter what you're choosing to do, I hope you're choosing something. I hope that you've taken time to really reflect on what happened last year, what went on in your life, choices you made, and that you're able to learn from all of that, even if it wasn't the best year, which by far was not my favorite year. But I can see in all the stuff and all the gunk that happened, that I went through, that I walked through, there was a lesson, and I am taking that and I am applying it to 2014 because there's a reason why we walk through that stuff. And it's not just to feel yucky and to have, you know, bad moments. It's because God's working something out for the greater good. And it could be in your life, it could be in somebody else's life, but don't stay there. Don't stay in that yuckiness. Don't stay in that, oh, I have bad habits, I can't quit them. Trust me, in this month of health already, I have failed. I have had very bad moments of unhealthy thoughts, or I've had very bad moments of unhealthy food. What you need to remember in this challenge, and what we're choosing to remember, is to have a heart and an attitude of grace. So yes, we're going to fail. Yes, we aren't going to do these challenges perfectly, but the goal is to do the best we can. And if we mess up, we pick ourselves up, we dust ourselves off, we learn the lesson, and we move on and we keep going, because we are not quitters and we are not going to let a mistake make us a failure. So that is what we're doing this year. And I would love, like, I can't talk about resolutions enough. I can talk about this all day. I want to hear what everybody else is doing. I have been spending my whole week, and my weekend coming up is going to be spent reading all of the posts that linked up to our New Year's blog post that we did. So yeah, I can't get enough. All that to say, please leave a comment below and let me know what you guys are doing for this new year. How are you going to make 2014 count? How are you going to make this year memorable? I want to know. So leave a comment below. And also, I want to say one of my goals for 2014 is to really focus with intention on my YouTube channel. So one thing I want to do is post 3 times a week. My goal is to post Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That is another goal that I have. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing 2014. I hope you're doing something to make this year count, to make this year memorable. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I want to like hug you right now because you're so awesome. All right, you guys, I'll see ya.